Don't let YouTube decide what information you get. That's your choice. YouTube is deleting our videos and cuts you off from a source of honest reporting. Make sure you don't lose access to NTD's news content, and take a quick moment to subscribe to our newsletter so no matter what happens here, you'll keep your access to a trustworthy news source.
Hurricane season is back. President Biden visits FEMA's National Response Coordination Center and announces the administration will direct $1 billion to prepare for extreme weather. With more on that, NTD's Lin reports.
During a visit to FEMA's headquarters, President Biden announces the U.S. is making its $1 billion fund available for extreme weather preparation. That's 2 times more than last year's amount.
Now it's time to get ready for the busiest time of the year for disasters in America. Hurricane season in the south and east, and the fire season out west.
This year, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, predicts a 60% chance of a more active than normal hurricane season. NOAA is expecting 13 to 20 identified storms this season. Out of those, 6 to 10 will become hurricanes, including 3 to 5 major hurricanes, with wind speeds of at least 111 miles per hour.
Now is the time to ensure that you have an evacuation plan in place, disaster supplies on hand, and a plan to secure your home quickly.
The 2020 hurricane season broke records when 30 tropical storms formed, causing billions of dollars in damage. Even though the hurricane season officially starts from June 1st, the first subtropical storm Anna already formed near Bermuda last Saturday. Anna kick-started hurricane season early for the 7th consecutive year. Lin, NTD News.
After 5 months, the National Guard has completed its mission in Washington, D.C., and as of Sunday, you won't find them guarding the Capitol. NTD's Steve Lance brings us more.
Troops from the National Guard could be seen mobilizing and packing up from the 2 hotels they have been staying at in downtown Washington, D.C. for the past 5 months, since the Capitol breach on January 6th. There has been a gradual de-escalation of security in the Capitol with a partial removal of the fence surrounding the Capitol building. And now officially, the National Guard's mission to secure the Capitol has ended.
Do I feel safe being here without the National Guard? Yes, I do, because I didn't know they were even here still. So, yes, I feel very safe, but I'm a little puzzled why there's so few people in Washington, you know, with the changes in the protocols regarding the pandemic. You know, it's like things are still locked down. But yeah, I feel very safe.
Even with the National Guard gone, those visiting the Capitol say they still feel safe.
I mean, the amount of security, I just rode the perimeter, and the amount of security is amazing.
It is normal to have a National Guard presence in the nation's capital during a presidential inauguration. During President Trump's inauguration in 2016, there were approximately 7,000 National Guard troops deployed. Following the events that took place on January 6th and leading up to President Biden's inauguration, that number swelled up to about 25,000 troops. Although the majority of the people we spoke with felt safe without the National Guard's presence, there were still some who had mixed feelings about their departure.
Probably not a great idea. I think we still need them, but all the gates around don't make it that pretty. If there's a way to get past that, but still have the guards protect us would be the perfect answer to me.
Although the National Guard's assignment to guard the Capitol is over, the fence that you see behind me is still up. Prior to the breach on January 6th, there was no fence here and people were able to roam about freely in front of the Capitol on the grounds. As to when the fence is going to come down, we still don't know yet. Reporting from Washington, D.C., Steve Lance, NTD News.
Last week, the Supreme Court agreed to review the constitutionality of a Mississippi statute banning most abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy. The case will determine whether pre-viability restrictions on abortions are constitutional and has the potential to overturn or narrow the reach of Roe v. Wade. The case is already sparking debate. NTD speaks with a pro-life activist who says as tensions rise, speaking to those who hold an opposing view with compassion is paramount. Here are the details.
Abortion is one of, if not the most contentious issue of our time, with people on both sides of the argument feeling very strongly about their position. Pro-life activist Abby Johnson, who used to work for abortion provider Planned Parenthood, says tensions are going to be heightened as the Mississippi case is heard. And she expects the issue to create more division between those who support abortion and those who don't. Johnson says during this time, the most important thing people need to remember is to have compassion and understanding.
I believe that tensions are going to be heightened over the next few months. I think that the pro-life movement needs to, this is an opportunity for us to, when we speak of this issue, when we speak of abortion, particularly on social media, to do so with compassion, understanding that many of the women who support abortion, many of those who are pro-abortion they carry those beliefs because they themselves are post-abortive. And so
Johnson runs a nonprofit that helps abortion clinic workers leave the abortion industry. Her organization offers a variety of support mechanisms, but she's said that often the most important form is emotional support. She says that many pro-abortion advocates have likely had abortions themselves. So when access to abortion is threatened, it is very personal for many people.
Always remember that we're dealing with many times wounded people, and they may not even understand that wound themselves. And sometimes that anger is just a mask for hurt.
Johnson has said that many pro-lifers make the mistake of being judgmental of or condemning those who've had abortions or advocate for them. But she says this is not the way. A lot of women are scared about what an unplanned pregnancy could mean for them if they don't or can't get an abortion. And many women feel alone. So Johnson says the pro-life movement needs to always offer resources to help women through their pregnancies. Johnson is optimistic about the Supreme Court's ruling because she says a lot of medical and technological breakthroughs have happened since 1973, when Roe v. Wade became law. So our understanding of fetal development and when babies become viable outside of the womb has changed. After almost 50 years of legal abortion, she says we now know more about the emotional and psychological harm abortion can have on women.
Georgia held its Memorial Day ceremony in honor of the men and women in the military who sacrificed themselves for their country. The annual event was canceled last year due to the pandemic, but attendees say they're blessed to be able to do it now. NTD's Dawn Tran has the details.
At Georgia's Capitol building, state officials and old-time veterans came together for one purpose: to honor the military members who made the ultimate sacrifice in defense of their country. The ceremony pays homage to the 1.3 million men and women who laid down their lives while serving in the U.S. military.
As we remember those we have lost, let us offer a thank you for their service and their sacrifice. In their memory, we honor their families, we honor their friends, we honor all those they left behind.
Several military veterans were in attendance, including Douglas Middleton. He served in the U.S. Army for 30 years, with multiple tours in Germany and Vietnam. He said Memorial Day is important because it gives us the chance to thank those who sacrificed their lives for our civil rights.
That's what soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines defend, our ability to be able to do all those freedoms that are given to us in the Bill of Rights of the Constitution. So it's important that those that fought for that and died for that are not forgotten. We owe them an immense debt of gratitude.
State Senator Ed Harribson also served in Vietnam. Some of his friends lost their lives in the war there, and so he wants to extend his appreciation to those who sacrificed for the country.
Every war has its casualties, and we should, who survive, be the ones who carry on the torch for them. That is, make sure we remember that we never forget that they paid the price to keep America free.
This year, Memorial Day is on May 31st. Arlington Cemetery and other national cemeteries have eased restrictions in preparation for the event. Dawn Tran, NTD News.
A vivid purple-pink diamond ring known as the Sakura diamond set a world record for a diamond with this rare color combination. It sold at auction for more than $29.2 million. The 15.81 carat ring was sold by Christie's Hong Kong. Bidding opened at $22 million and climbed to the final hammer price of $29.2 million plus commission. It was bought by a telephone bidder. Sakura is the Japanese word for cherry blossoms that bloom for a very short period at the beginning of spring. The previous price record for a purple-pink diamond is held by the Spirit of the Rose. The 14.83 carat stone sold at auction for more than $26.6 million at Sotheby's, Geneva in November 2020.